Pure, fresh, real dairy milk. Most other spreads are manufactured with things you can't pronounce. Natural, delicious butter.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. It's #1.
And all Selsun Blue formulas, including extra conditioning and extra medicated, have the ingredient recommended most by doctors.
You pay $16 for one pizza? Little Caesars, I pay 10 for 2 pizzas.
My place delivers.
You pay $6 more for one pizza than I pay for 2 pizzas. Give me the 16. I'll pay 10 for 2 pizzas and pocket the 6.
You got a tip?
Yeah, you got a tip. You a big tipper?
20%.
Just wanted to pay the $16. Now you're talking 1920.
1920? I was born in 1920.
Delivery costs. Now at Little Caesars, you get 2 great pizzas for $6.88.
Pan.
Only at Little Caesars.
Your new book talks about dry skin. My skin gets so dry, I could scratch the word dry on it.
Well, I use Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. It starts healing dry skin on contact. Watch this film. Thermophotography shows how Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion soothes the dryness, the redness, actually accelerates healing.
I can't write on it now.
Even after a hand washing, you won't be able to.
You heard it here.
Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion starts healing dry skin on contact.
The facts about butter and calories. Think butter has a ton of calories. Think again. Butter has just 36 calories a pat, the same as margarine. So for no more calories, you get butter's great taste. Delicious dairy butter.
Tomorrow, stolen secrets.
You sold out your country.
A double agent with a single aim. Get MacGyver. Then, the Monday mystery movie.
Where's your husband?
Burt Reynolds is back. As a tough Palm Beach private eye.
Are you saying the butler did it?
The premiere of B.L. Stryker.
Which is the better value, the '89 Pontiac Grand Prix SE or the '89 Ford Thunderbird SC? Grand Prix has front-wheel drive, T-Bird doesn't. Grand Prix SE is sticker priced over $3,800 less than T-Bird SC. Plus, if you buy a new Grand Prix now, you'll get up to $1,000 cash back. Which is the better value? Grand Prix. $1,000 cash back or get 4.9% financing. Now, at your Pontiac Excitement dealers.
Ready? Set. It's time to go. It's fun to win. And you could be next. Bingo fun like Vegas.
Win a trip to the Bahamas. Entry is free and drawing is March 1st.
I'm Bob Bruce, and coming up all this week on Twin Cities Live. On Monday, when the woman you love has breast cancer. Tuesday, a tribute to Valentine's Day with some very special couples. On Wednesday, your right to a living will. Thursday, teenagers who come out of the closet with their homosexuality. And on Friday, bosses you love to hate. That's each weekday morning at 10 on Twin Cities Live, here on Channel 5.
Prostitutes Anonymous, leaving the life of the street. That's on the next program.
We now continue with bed knobs and broomsticks. We'll return after these messages.
Shredded wheat?
I need my nutrition.
Well, you'll need 12 boxes to equal the vitamin and mineral nutrition in just one box of Total.
What do you eat all this with? A shovel?
Total, one bowl, 100%. That's more nutrition than any other cereal.
That's more like it. One box, one bowl, one spoon.
If it's whole wheat Total, it's total nutrition. And for a better cornflake, try Total Corn Flakes. Better tasting and twice the nutrition of Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Snow, incredible snow.
Our sake, huh?
It's our first trip to America's premier ski resort. Hey, what do you think?
Black, huh?
Yeah.
I can see you working the main lodge tonight there in the romantic glow of a roaring fire. Your danger takes its toll.
And, Rev,
'Tis the season for the flakes that don't melt.
I shampoo every morning.
Shampoo till spring with an ordinary shampoo. Won't work like this.
You use Head & Shoulders. You don't have dandruff.
Nothing gets by you, does it?
Head & Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Usual.
Coming out.
Mind passing the Heinz? Sure.
When you've got something this rich, this thick, why waste time with anything else? Heinz ketchup. The best things come to those who wait.
Now, from any phone in America, you can get 30 minutes of 100% fiber optic long distance free. Just pick up a phone, call US Sprint now, and talk with the best, free.
How Elsie Whitmore eats a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I like my Reese's cold.
There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Next, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg's greatest adventure.
Are you crazy?
You go first. Karen Allen and Harrison Ford. The return of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Next.
We return to bed knobs and broomsticks. We'll return after these messages.
The Kraft Cheese and Macaroni Club is called to order. Everyone got their packets? What packets? Arnold, don't you want to play the Kraft mystery message game? Just save cheese packets with mystery symbols from boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese. If you solve the mystery message, you can win a magic t-shirt. Or cheese and macaroni sleeping bag. Or an Apple computer. And Arnold, the more packets you save means the more cheese and macaroni I get to eat. Game details on specially marked boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
A brilliant way to care for your precious silver.
Jhirmack Silver Shampoo and Conditioner tones down brassiness, makes gray hair sterlingly silver.
Now that you've taken care of it, show it off.
Jhirmack Silver Shampoo and Conditioner.
Cal-Can Cat Food. The delicious fresh meat recipe cats adore is changing its name to Whiskas. More and more cat owners tell us their cats prefer Whiskas.
Assume this is your underarm. This is the leading aerosol antiperspirant brand. When this cloud clears, I'll introduce you to a better aerosol. New Lady Speed Spray Antiperspirant. Watch. The leading aerosol sprays all over. New Lady Speed Spray has a patented formula that actually helps eliminate the aerosol cloud. Superior protection, and it puts its protection where you need it most. New Lady Speed Spray, the no-cloud spray.
By Menon. I love them dearly, but I love them 25% less than I used to.
I can't tell you how much I love these guys, but I can tell you it's 25% less than before.
Love your family 25% less with Fleischmann's Light. 25% less saturated fat, salt, and calories than regular margarine. Zero cholesterol and 100% delicious.
I love him with all my heart, but today that's 25% less.
Fleischmann's Light. Love your family 25% less.
RIF, Reading is Fundamental, is a nationwide program that gets kids into reading.
Find out how RIF can help in your community. Write RIF today.
We return to bed knobs and broomsticks.
That's it? That's all? You gotta be kidding.
You're done. You sure? If you thought dental cleanings were easy with Tartar Control Crest,
Can't believe it.
they just got easier. Well, that was fast. Introducing new and improved Tartar Control Crest.
You're all done? No.
The new tartar fighting formula that can actually help stop tartar before it starts. Piece of cake. Tartar Control Crest, the dentist's choice, is now harder on tartar and easier on you. Thank you very much.
Some girls look at the shoes. Some girls look at the news. Some girls go for the taste. Some girls work on the waist. First
only 25 cents.
Tell them that you love
The love-struck Garfield bouquet from Teleflora, Valentine's flowers, and something worth keeping.
Tell Teleflora right
To send one anywhere, call your local florist.
We're taking the new road, we're taking the old. Mama and me were traveling in style, mile after country mile. This is the new generation of old.
Cutlass Sierra, a new look, a beautiful way to travel.
This is not your father's Oldsmobile. It's my mama's. This is the new generation of old.
Can one light mayonnaise taste that much better? A nationwide taste test proves the best tasting light is Hellmann's Light.
It's no surprise to me. It's Hellmann.
Hellmann's Light Mayonnaise. With half the calories, bring out the best.
Tuesday.
Don't you think you better take a lesson?
I am a natural, huh? It's Who's the Boss? Then snuggle up
Kids want vampire.
for Shock Theater
Mob rule.
with Roseanne. Follows Who's the Boss Tuesday.
Raiders of the Lost Ark will continue in a moment.
Wednesday. Maggie and Jason's 20th becomes an even bigger surprise for all the guests on Growing Pains. Then, nobody puts on a show like the kids on Head of the Class. Wednesday.
The 1989 Toyota Camry. Quality you can trust.
You can't help but love a car you can depend on.
My Toyota, I love it. Who could ask for anything more?
Every Friday after 4 during Lent, our filet-o-fish sandwich is only 59 cents.
When the woman you love has breast cancer, Monday morning at 10.
We continue with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson.
This week, live from Hollywood, the announcements of the Academy Award nominees.
Plus Robert Townsend, Carrie Fisher, Lloyd Bridges, and Kirk Cameron on Good Morning America.
Thursday at 8, 7 Central, Michael and Louisa must contend with a trombone-toting assassin on A Fine Romance. Then Adam has an odd gift for Virginia, and Sammy Joe is visited by a handsome stranger on Dynasty. After, Nathan and Joanne clash on how to treat a new mother suffering from postpartum depression on Heartbeat. Watch the Weekend Report tonight on most of these ABC stations.
On the next Twin Cities Live, you'll meet men who have had to fight a battle with cancer, their wives' breast cancer. How has it affected their lives and their relationships? Join in for a man's reaction to breast cancer tomorrow morning at 10 on Twin Cities Live. Now, join Stan Turner and Kirsten Lindquist for Eyewitness News.
Next on Eyewitness News, charges of racism in Minneapolis come from the pulpit this Sunday.
If nothing else, we must come together once again, as we did in 1960, and we must rise up and be counted.
You'll hear the call for the rebirth of the civil rights movement in Minneapolis.
The Oliver North trial won't begin tomorrow as planned. You'll hear what happened this weekend to set back this controversial proceeding. People protesting Hennepin County's new garbage burning plant draw attention to their cause tonight.
And please don't be afraid to indulge in a little chocolate this Valentine's Day. It's not as bad for you as you might think. Oh, relief. Dr. Michael Breen will explain that.
And has a Girl Scout come knocking on your door this weekend?
Tonight in Heart of the Cities, yeah. You're going to meet one of the top salespeople among them. Steve Hartman will tell us how she does it. So keep it on 5. Eyewitness News is next.
Hi, may I take your order, please?
Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese, filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden french fries, regular and larger sizes, salad, chef, a garden, or a chicken salad, oriental, big breakfast, a McMuffin, hot dog, cakes and sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese and sausage, Danish hash brown, 2 and 4 dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties of soft serve cones, 2 kinds of shakes and chocolatey chip cookies, and to drink a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, and orange drink is right, and coffee, decaf, 2 a low-fat milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place.
Would you like that to go?
Which is the better value, the 89 Pontiac Grand Prix SE or the 89 Ford Thunderbird SC? Grand Prix has front-wheel drive. T-Bird doesn't. Grand Prix SE is sticker priced over $3,800 less than T-Bird SC. Plus, if you buy a new Grand Prix now, you'll get up to $1,000 cash back. Which is the better value? Grand Prix. $1,000 cash back or get 4.9% financing. Now at your Pontiac Excitement dealers.
KSTP, Channel 5, first in Minnesota. Live from Channel 5, this is Eyewitness News with Stan Turner, Kirsten Lindquist, and the entire Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us once again for this late edition of Eyewitness News.
And we begin tonight with a Sunday church service and one black minister's call for the rebirth of the civil rights movement in Minneapolis.
The call for action comes after recent charges of racism and brutality in the Minneapolis Police Department. The charges took new meaning this past week, starting on Monday. About 30 protesters jammed City Hall to air their complaints against Minneapolis police, accusing them of committing atrocities against minorities. On Wednesday, members of the minority community met with Minneapolis Mayor Don Fraser and Police Chief John Locks to give them those charges again. And Friday, the Minneapolis City Council reacted, agreeing to create a new committee to study how effective the Police Review Board can be. Well, it's a movement that has no clear leaders, but now it appears the direction may be coming from the church. Our Eyewitness News coverage of these developments continues now with reporter Jeff Crilly.
The sermon packed a special punch this morning at Redeemer Missionary Baptist Church. That's because the sermon was inspired not so much by Scripture as it was by the front pages.
We've been engaged for the past week, let me say, in battle with some subtle forms of racism.
What followed was a call to the congregation to pick up where the civil rights movement left off in the 60s.
I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man.
And just as was true with the Reverend Martin Luther King 25 years ago, black churches appear ready to provide direction.
Why the church? Many in the black community say it should be no surprise that leadership is coming from the pulpit. That, they say, is a tradition that dates back to the days of slavery.
Even during the slave days, when we could gather, we gathered at the church. The community makes up the church. And if we are to be successful in our endeavors, then the church must lead the way.
Learn what it's all about.
The churches take the responsibility very seriously. There is so much anger in the black community right now. Ministers like the Reverend Jerry McAfee say without the right leadership, what starts out a nonviolent protest can easily become deadly confrontation. Jeff Crilly, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
At this time, we know more protests against City Hall are planned. However, dates and times have not been announced. Well, there's another controversy in Minneapolis that's been on the back burner for a while, and it's getting fresh fuel tonight.
Yes, it's that controversy over the big garbage burning incinerator being built now in downtown Minneapolis. We have here, this is a model of the $181 million facility, which is set to begin burning garbage this fall. Well, tonight, those opposed to it threw what they called a Stop the Garbage Burner party and called on pollution control officials to revoke the incinerator's permit. And they warned of the health dangers which they claim the plant will pose to people in downtown buildings. including the new sports arena.
The air intake system for the entire basketball arena will be at 100 feet facing the garbage burner. You'll come to a basketball game and you'll be inundated with these pollutants entering the air intake system in order to ventilate the arena. So what were those folks thinking about when they built the basketball arena just a few feet downwind from a garbage burner? They don't realize the significance of it.
Also at tonight's gathering, special anti-pollution awards were given to the city of Lake Elmo and to Patrick Reagan. He has done extensive research on airborne lead pollution.
We have two tragic accidents to report tonight. The latest happened just before 5 o'clock. 87-year-old William Smallage was killed in an accident on Wood Lane Drive in Woodbury. Authorities say Smallage was driving along the road when he failed to stop at an intersection. His car collided with a van at Military Road. And one 15-year-old passenger in that van is listed in stable condition. 2 others have been treated and released. A Plymouth woman was killed late last night, the victim of a strange sequence of events. Authorities say 58-year-old Marie Otten was a passenger in a car that was rear-ended on I-94 in Maple Grove. The impact of that collision pushed the car through the guardrail, crashing down into a dry creek bed below. Otten was thrown from the car into the lane of oncoming traffic, where she was struck by another car and killed. And state troopers are investigating the accident.
Tonight, the former White House aide Oliver North is probably getting ready for the first day of his Iran-Contra trial, even though it's unclear now just when it will begin. The trial was scheduled to start tomorrow, but over the weekend, the Supreme Court Chief Justice William Rehnquist ordered a delay. This was after the Justice Department convinced Rehnquist that North's testimony would be a threat to national security. Well, now the trial is expected to be rescheduled once the judge in the case agrees to some specific guidelines on the release of classified information in court. It might start tomorrow, perhaps later in the week. Well, President Bush is not backing away from his nominee for defense secretary, even though controversial allegations against John Tower continue to be made. White House Chief of Staff John Sununu says so far, anyway, those allegations of unethical behavior and personal problems have not been substantiated. And as Senate investigators continue their look into Tower's affairs, Sununu says Tower will eventually be confirmed.
The Senate has to work its course. We understand that. That's the right thing to do. But the president is convinced that the same thing will happen as they go through this, that those allegations will be proven not to have any basis, and that when they do vote, John Tower will be confirmed.
The Senate Armed Services Committee has postponed action on the Tower nomination in order to take a look at campaign contributions he received while he was in the Senate.
Secretary of State James Baker spent his Sunday talking with European leaders about beefing up NATO nuclear weapons in their countries. After flying into Bonn today, Baker met with West German Foreign Minister Hans-Dietrich Genscher, who's made it clear his country wants to seek reductions in nuclear weapons in Europe. No word on how their talk went. But earlier in London, Baker reportedly had a meeting of the minds with British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher on a variety of NATO issues. President Bush went to church in Kennebunkport, Maine.